Yo, what's up, guys? I'm here to do an interview with the owner of LushMC, Mecho. From what I've seen, his server is very innovative. It's a very good server. I think you guys should get to know him with this video. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, of course. Hey everyone, I'm Mechobliterate, Mecho for short. Some people for some reason call me Mecha. Kind of weird, but I'll eventually get used to it. I've been in the Minecraft industry for well, since 2014. Honestly, I'm a veteran, or some would say a mogul master. I'm gonna create LushMC to be one of the most innovative servers alive, starting off with our first game mode, Raft Survival. It's essentially where you have to survive drift at sea, to expand your foundations and survive the water itself. There's a shark circling below you, that's ready to strike if you get inside of the water or even touch it at all. There's thirst and hunger meters working against you constantly, so you have to purify water and get fish and stay hydrated. There's so many other features that are coming to LushMC, beyond the raft survival game mode. But this is gonna be our flagship game mode, and this is what um, we want to do. We want to be the one of the most innovative servers out there.
Okay, I think that was a pretty good introduction. So, we're going to start off with a few questions as the interview will go. So, first question: why did you create LushMC?
If I'm being honest, it came out of frustration. I've played on a lot of Minecraft servers over the past few years. Wow, wow, being a veteran sucks. Um, and the same problem seems to keep happening over and over again. No one was actually trying to create something new, and everyone was trying to go to the same thing. For examples, pretty much every server alive has either survival or lifesteal or earth. Stuff that isn't actually new, stuff that isn't capturing players' eyes, stuff that doesn't want people to continue to play the server. Um, I think personally, Raft Survival solved that. I had a very, very long meeting with the rest of the management team, discussing the game mode. We were in between either one block, but then I was like, "No, that's not creative at all. That's not innovative, and I want something perfect and innovative." And although I do understand nothing can be perfect, there's always going to be some sort of bugs. There's always going to be some sort of measure that I have to be aware of. We're actually refining LushMC to be as perfect as possible, as bug free as possible, and as lag free as possible. I wanted to build something that actually took a swing at doing things differently. Um, and although most people just slap a logo on top, with a handful of different game modes that aren't unique again, um, LushMC is actually driving me to keep going from there.
Yeah. So, the second question that I do have for you is what type of server is LushMC supposed to be? Like, what might it be based off of? What is its goals? What is its main idea?
Yeah. So LushMC's initial, like the network itself, is a community-driven server that's dedicated to delivering true Minecraft experience for all players. That's the goal I've had set out in mind since I created the server. We have an extensive list of rules. It's realistically only 10. But we're going to train our staff team, to be on top of their game, the best that they can be, while maintaining significant professionalism throughout the network. Um, so that way, it's a continuous friendly environment for all. The type of server LushMC is, to actually answer the question. It's an independent Minecraft network that's built around original, survival driven game modes. Raft Survival being our first, like I said. And honestly, that's just the start. We've got so many more planned game modes that will follow all of the same idea. Building something with real depth instead of actually copying what's already out there. Um, and we think once LushMC releases to the public, they're going to love Raft Survival, but they're also going to love what we have next.
Yeah. So, I think that sounds very good. It sounds like a very good idea. It sounds amazing. There's nothing really bad about that. So, with the third question, right? It is, what were you thinking when you first made Lush MC? What was your first idea? What were you like originally thinking about?
That's a good one. Um, I think that I didn't want to build another server that felt like every other server. Um, Hence the innovation and the drive that I get every day to make everything from scratch, even though that's a huge pain in the ass. Um, I've been coding for about 8 years, and I just kept looking at the Minecraft server industry and thinking there was real room for something that actually pushed on gameplay instead of just like reskinning same systems or features that every single server has.
Yeah. What do you think what do you think your main three goals are with Lush MC? Like what do you want Lush MC to get? Like what do you want it money? Do you want it to be a good community? What do you want out of this?
Um, if I'm being realistic, I think everyone wants at least some profit out of this. You're investing a crap ton of money. Fortunately, I was able to save costs because I'm making stuff myself, but it is killing me in time. So there's definitely been an unwavering amount of time that's gone into this Minecraft server. Um, Hence why we're trying to make it as perfect as possible. But the goals that we're actually trying to achieve throughout the server is to build something with real staying power instead of like something that peaks at its first month and then fades out. We're wanting to make it the type of server where there could be a nice community, a small community, in fact, where they would honestly rather enjoy being in that small community than such a big server having 1,000 or more concurrent players. We're trying to create a community driven server, um, again, dedicated to delivering the true Minecraft experience for all players. Um, Another goal is wanting systems that hold up long term. And I guess what I mean by that is an economy and progression that actually means something. Currently, we have raft upgrades where you can actually upgrade your raft. We have things like the border size because we know some people like to build and expand your raft. That's essentially what raft is all about. We have thirst efficiency to prevent draining so quickly. We have storm resistance because we do have thunderstorms. We're trying to make the server like raft, like the game raft, as much as possible. We also have a hook range where you can get that from Marlowe, the wonderful wandering trader. Um, we actually took like 2 days to come up with that name. There was an argument about it actually. And then we also have debris luck, where you can actually better your chances of getting rare items from um, debris drops or loot drops. So there's that. Um, and then I guess my third goal is probably to feel genuinely different from what's already out there instead of a reskin of something you've probably played 100 times.
Yeah. So, the fifth question here, right, is what game or what did you base this off of? What was your idea or something you had an idea of and you were like, "Oh, I'll put this into Minecraft."
So Raft Survival is heavily inspired based off of the game Raft. Um, a survival game where you have to survive at an open ocean, build out from nothing pretty much. We do have a starter kit because I know some players don't actually like to do as much as they like play the vanilla essence of Minecraft of actually obtaining every single thing that they want. So we decided to get a starter kit. Um, but yeah, you pretty much build out from nothing, dealing with the water itself as much as anything else. We essentially took that core idea and built it out for Minecraft in a way that actually felt right for the game instead of just porting it over one to one. So that means we're still adding unique features. Those may range from things like cosmetics or convenience. We have simple things like warm up skips or a refill token or saltwater immunity. Because because you lose thirst, um, you have to craft a bottle of or a glass bottle, or I actually think you get it by default. Yeah, you do. Um, you have to craft a glass bottle, or use the one that's already given to, or use the three that's already given to you, and you essentially get salt water. You have to purify that, but there's also a way to skip that, amongst many other things that are coming to Raft Survival. Um, there's just so many features that we have yet to scope out, and that's why we can't necessarily release the server until we feel that the server's actually done.
Yeah, of course. The server is only in its beta, so it's very different than it could be. And I believe it will be very good when it first comes out, though. So, for a future thing, this is going to be for like the future of the server. What is LushMC to you? Like, what would you want LushMC to become, like player wise? Like, what do you want it to be in the future?
To me, it's been something I've wanted to build for a very long time, and I actually had the time, for like the next few months, because not everything at work is so high maintenance right now. This is essentially just a side project for me. Still have to work my 8 to 4 every day. uh, or realistically, it's actually an 8 to 5. I'm I'm a SVP at a major AI company. Um, so I think for 9 years of coding, or actually eight, nine is coming up. Um, and this server is like the first project where I felt like I had both the skill and the actual idea worth building. I think it'll definitely be like a real thing, that suits players long term.
Yeah, yeah, that sounds very good in my opinion. I think that you are very lucky for having what type of job you have, especially with how it is right now, of course. But seventh question, right? What type of community do you want Lush MC to be? Do you want it to be welcoming? Do you want it to be a like what type of community in specific do you want it to be in the future, of course?
As I said previously, we want it to be a community-driven server for all Minecraft players, where we deliver the real, authentic Minecraft experience. With that being said, I, I guess, hmm, how could I answer this? Um, I think the community I'd want is one that feels like people are actually building it with us instead of just playing on it. We're still small and early, but I want to stay part of the identity even as we grow. Players who feel heard, staff who have a real say, not just, I guess, filling a role. So we're always encouraging suggestions. We're always encouraging applications, even though we may definitely 100% be hard on applications and such. It's because we want, such a good team. We want so many things to come to LushMC. Um, if I'm being honest, the statistic for applications that get accepted is 1 in every 5. So there's that. Um, but we still have so much planned for LushMC, and I can't wait to bring it to life.
I have another question. This is the eighth one, of course. So, how
Yeah.
long have you been doing code, and when was your first Minecraft server that you owned, like one that actually was a Minecraft server, like ZR and other servers that are quite large?
So I've been coding about 9 years, as I said previously. Realistically, we're actually 8, but coming up on 9. Um, about 2 months away, actually. Is my first project of this scale, I would say. Um, Not really any past servers or releases worth pointing to before this. LushMC is the one I actually want to commit to building this all the way through.
Yeah, that sounds like a really good thing. And from what I've heard, you're a pretty good owner. I've known you quite a while. Pretty great guy. And I am very excited for what the server is going to be. And I think everyone else should be too. But the ninth question, right? Why do you want to own a Minecraft server? Like, what brought you into wanting to own a Minecraft server over other things you could have done?
Because I think there's essentially we're in a time where there's still real room to do something good in this space, and I'd rather be the one building it than waiting for someone else to. I still got the technical background for it, and I'm pretty sure I always will. Uh, I care about the game, and I had the idea I actually believed in enough to commit years to. So, and yes, I'm predating that. I'm committing years to LushMC.
Yeah, my final question for you, right? Who are you to the Minecraft community? Like, who do you think you are to other people playing Minecraft?
I honestly don't know how to answer that. But I think for right now, I'm still mostly a new face. LushMC hasn't yet launched publicly, and I'd rather be known for what we actually build than oversell who I am before we've actually shipped anything out. Um, I think that's definitely a question to ask me after we release the server.
Yeah, that sounds like a really good question to ask after we release the server. But, like, I think this will go really well. Hopefully, we can all work together to grow this server. Hopefully, other people will join. And I think this will be a very good server for other people to play and hopefully maybe even play this server for a long period of time because the server actually is hard and not like easy like other servers that you just play on a flat terrain that is so easy. This is actually hard work, effort, and all that you actually have to do. It's not like you can just pay someone to do stuff for you or just do it so easily. You have to make your raft, you have to pay and work for your money to get that stuff.
Yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate that.